Victims of Tuesday's earthquake in Haiti raised their voices in hope and prayer today in makeshift church services and also amid the destruction there. CNN's Chris Lawrence is live in the wrecked capital of Port-au-Prince now. Chris, you've been there. You guys are doing an amazing job. It's horrific to see some of these pictures that are coming out there. Some very touching sights, though, and sounds after 5 days of misery and really anguish.
Yeah, that's right, Donna. You know, the churches are pretty much just as damaged as everything else here. And today what we saw was people heard some incredibly inspirational words and songs, but they also heard about God's judgment. In fact, one pastor told the congregation, he used a metaphor that said this disaster was, quote, God stomping his foot and shaking the ground. Haiti's churches have mostly crumbled, or at least the buildings have. The pastors and people have simply moved in Santo to a dusty dirt field. The real Church of God in Santo is right across the street here, but it was damaged so badly in the earthquake, it's just not safe to hold services inside. So worshipers squatted on cinder blocks and used a generator to power the microphones and music. The sermon gave families a different interpretation of the earthquake, that it was God's punishment for Haiti's sins. Haiti is a mostly Catholic country with about 1 million Protestants, including this church. But many in both faiths also believe in voodoo, which the sermon criticized. Some of the congregation lost their families, others, everything they owned.
I ain't got no job now, but I'm a teacher, because I used to teach, so there's no schools anymore.
So this is your home? Was your home? Joseph Fedner took us down the road to show us what the earthquake did to his home. He's now living on the street looking for work.
I got my wife, I got my children, but I'm supposed to get something to spend for them, but now I ain't got nothing.
Joseph got a shock at the end of the service when the church made an urgent plea to help him and other families hit hardest, and nearly everyone pitched in.
They have lost their families, they are homeless, they think there is no bank, there is nowhere we can go. So if you have some money, please put together what we have so that we can buy things together.
Haitians helping Haitians. Families with little helping those with nothing. So those issues that you heard about punishment and judgment are very ingrained in the religious culture here in Haiti. But at the same time, we also heard the pastor tell the congregation that this disaster hit rich and poor alike, and that even if they only had one potato, they needed to slice it in half and share it. Don?
I've got to ask you, Chris, have you been noticing, I talked to General Russell Honoré, who was here yesterday, and you may have mentioned one of the reporters saying that even when they were handing out the food, the aid, the water, they were asking them, you know, if you have a biscuit, break it off to help someone else. Have you noticed people helping people there?
Yeah, it was amazing, Don. I think that the scene that stood out to me the entire day was when they made that call to ask for donations in everyone. I mean, almost even the little children came up there. Now, some people only dropped a small coin in there, others dropped bills, but everyone came forward. Yeah, these are people who don't have hardly anything themselves, but they looked out for those who had even less.
CNN's Chris Lawrence. Chris, thank you very much.